It is in this game, not in others.
Woo.
Some of my stupid whirlpool in the wrong place because I lost track of my mouse.
There's a lot of stuff on the screen.
What are you talking about? I don't see it. No, not a lot of stuff. Perfectly normal amount of stuff.
I guess there is one other problem with masterminds, and that is that like if you get on a full team and there's like 4 of them,
Yeah,
that
frame
starts
rate?
to become a problem. Well, not just frame rate. Like try to walk through my robots; they have collision.
Oh, they do.
Mm-hmm. Now imagine this in one of those tiny caves with 4 masterminds. It just doesn't work. Like, it is my favorite. It is my favorite archetype, but like I will definitely, I will not argue that that is not good.
Hey, can you not do that?
I just love that there's a tanking function for masterminds that it's nowhere near as good as like an actual tanker or brute, but if I set them to defend and follow, all damage that I personally take is evenly spread between me and all of my robots, which is basically the best damage mitigation you can get in this game, which is pretty good. It's just a shame that I have a quarter the health of anybody else. Also, AoE stuff just completely ruins them. I don't even think bodyguard mode is bad. It's just it definitely doesn't work with all the mastermind types, and it's not like a tank or a brute. You do need help to make it work. I have heard that. I don't do PvP, but I have heard that. Like it would be very scary, yeah.
I don't even want to know what PvP in this game's like. That sounds like
It's basic. I mean, everything has its own scaling in PvP, but I mean it's pretty much the same like ideas. Though I think like you know, just because of the nature of how competitive it probably gets, you have a far narrower like list of things you could do and even have a hope. I know combat teleport is like super basically necessary. That's about as far as I know.
The only thing I remember from PvP in this game was like when I used to play with my DM Region Scrapper, and then I would just like everyone was just jousting, basically, just running at each other at super speed and initiating an attack. And once you got in range, it would like animate, but you'd be like way far away from them by the time it animated.
Yeah.
It was kind of really ridiculous.
That's still what they do, except that they used jaunt and combat teleport to. It's because like the biggest danger in this game is burst damage, and so PvP is all about not letting that happen. Which means, first of all, if you're a melee character, you just kind of automatically are screwed.
Yeah.
You're never going to catch people who are at range, bouncing all over the place and launching attacks at you. And then, by the same token, you use teleport to deal with people who are ranged. There, you see them animating their first attack, and you just warp to so far away it doesn't work.
I'm mad for no reason, and I have already finished my period. This is not fair. I want my money back.
Hello, Rhoda.
Hello, Rhoda.
It's
Hi.
Mastermind Day.
I need to kill something.
Join us. Make a character.
I have raid in 30.
Well, then you will be dying a lot and probably not killing something.
No, we have a Phil who needs to get the raid unlocked, so we are doing that.
Hmm. Fair enough.
Who's the Phil?
Phil?
Their name's Phil?
No, but I wish it was. That would be hilarious. I don't fucking know the Phil.
Oh. Guess limb procurement.
What?
Limb got them?
My ultimate raid group is not Lim's ultimate raid group.
I'm sorry. I thought you meant for not ultimate.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in raid. It's not Thursday. For a second there, I forgot you weren't raiding with us anymore, and I'm like, you know when we raid.
Yeah, I know. Well,
You were
I mean, I
there
still
yesterday.
know. I know. And like, I've considered just like getting. What are you guys on? 1 and 2? Are you guys on 3?
We're on 4.
We're on 4.
Yeah.
We're on the last one.
I have considered just getting 1, 2, and 3 done and filling for you guys since I know Drew's gonna be out.
I won't
so
complain.
Unfortunately, this like, if it were not what they've done to it this tier,
Yeah.
that would be
What?
fine. The stats are so tight now that if you don't have the gear, you literally just fucking get one shot. Rhoda still gets one shot.
I get one shot a lot.
Yeah, like it's they.
And it doesn't even make sense. I get one shot by magic damage.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. That's weird.
They cut the math way too close. Like if she takes a high roll of damage, she can just flat out die if she doesn't have shields for literally everything. And if there's like a bunch of AoEs or like every AoE has a huge dot now, Frost and Ellery are very good healers. But what I think is happening is I don't think it's really as much heal dodging as it feels like. Heal dodging is happening, but like I was paying attention last night because I was kind of checked out otherwise, and I just was looking at things because the game was broken. And what I noticed was happening was sometimes you would just get all the heals that we got, but you just got 2 very low non-crit heal rolls, and it didn't heal you all the way. And then you died to the next tick of damage because it's that tight.
Before they nerfed the fight on 4, you literally had to have the meta build
Yep.
comp.
That's
To
ridiculous.
pass the gate. And no,
Yes.
that's not ridiculous. The ridiculous part is you had to have that and get good crits and high damage roll.
Yep. They went way too hard on the math this tier. Like it is.
No,
very
they just got too good at playing the video game, Nethos.
Oh yeah, that was their excuse, by the way. It turns out our testers are better in the video game than we expected, so we have to tone everything
Oh.
back.
No,
They literally
they're
said
not.
that.
Let me be clear. Let me be absolutely fucking transparent. They don't have a dedicated like
I know.
QA testers for the raids. They have some devs that we pulled out of this department.
Yeah, and what it is they're not even using normal gear.
No, they're just
Absolutely
running.
We
an
don't know
action
that.
check.
We don't know
but
that.
I guarantee you, because they don't have a dedicated raid team, which guess what it means? They're not that great.
No.
So they fudge it.
I don't want to say that. I think that they might be, absolutely perfectly fine gamers. I think
know
that,
that
like, and it
Yoshi P's
is a
actually-
problem. Yeah, Yoshi P's a beast.
Yeah, Yoshi's
Well,
actually cracked.
I'm not saying that they're not good. I'm just saying they're not that good.
Honestly, I think they are. But the problem is, they're not good testers. You can be good at video games and be a bad tester.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's, yeah. Being able
In
to say,
fact-
yeah, I did this, but this should be lower.
Like their random selection of devs who like playing video games might have actually gotten very proficient at the game, and
I believe they
they're
cleared it legitimately.
not
but-
good testers because they don't know how to fucking throttle.
Well, I believe they cleared it legitimately, but I believe they cleared it legitimately with no fucking lag at all. Because, you know,
Directly
yeah.
into the server. Local connection.
because that's the other problem that has been really bad this tier, has just been, you get even like 1 second of latency or hiccup and you just die,
I
and then
still
kill everybody.
I think
Listen.
there's a problem over here, guys. They're attacking this thing, and I think we're supposed to keep it alive.
Oh, I didn't think they, I thought
Yeah.
it was safe.
I go
guess
to
I didn't
bed
know
at
that.
night thinking about that time where Yoshi P was at a fan fest doing Suzaku and got, like, his brain disconnected from his brainstem when he was running on, like, European ping, trying to do the fucking DDR phase, and he's like, why isn't it working? And he died every single fucking time.
Yep. No, it's a completely different game when you have any lag whatsoever. And honestly, it's like non-functional in a lot of areas. I mean, and like, I get it. Everything is tested and designed for Tokyo, but
Pretty much.
I have my feelings. You know them. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna.
Oh, they're coming, they're coming. Oh, God. There's like a whole group of them right there.
Ah!
All I am saying is there needs to be a giant community push. Like, we need to fucking spoof IPs for just a massive interest in FanFest coming to the East Coast. I want to see it. I want to see them interact with our servers from the East Coast.
I mean, I'll restate it. My opinion is that it's not necessarily a problem of the game, and it's not necessarily something that's not solvable. I think it's legitimately the servers and where they are and that.
mm-hmm.
And
I
they're
think it's
not willing
partially.
to acknowledge it and resolve it.
It is a medley of problems. It is their insistence on authenticating too many things through the server instead of having an anti-cheat. It's definitely NTT and that bullshit, and how Comcast interacts with it. And there's just a whole fucking medley of ping unfriendly mechanics and no safety nets.
Boy, it was real telling when the patch hit and they had done what they did for whatever reason,
Good job, boys.
and literally the game
Get good
completely
scrub.
broke.
I have been given the suggestion to tell Yoshi P to get good scrub.
No, Yoshi P is too good. He ruined, what was it? Fucking Zangief?
That made me laugh so much to
Really?
learn that he was one of the kids who would show up to lobbies and like ruin fight nights.
I read that, yeah.
No, literally, he was asked to test one of the Street Fighters, I forget which one, personally,
Mhm.
by the devs, and bodied their entire staff on Zangief.
Yep.
and they nerfed Zangief, and he was
Into
like
the
actually
floor.
shitty
Into the floor. Yep.
into the ground.
True story.
Like documented.
Which explains why Black Mage continues to be, even if you don't like how it plays, functionally solid, basically right up until this is the first patch they've done where Black Mage wasn't contending for the top constantly. Because he knows how to make a class. And the only reason it's not contending for the top is because they designed the fights in such a way that casters hate themselves.
Okay. Oh my god, hold on.
Different sport, that's where.
Oop. Goodbye. Welcome back.
Nope, it's still broken. Be right back. I have to reset.
Okay.
Hello.
There we go. My push-to-talk sticks sometimes for no reason because it is software and not hardware. But keep in mind, Yoshi P does not create Black Mage.
I know.
He is not in charge of that. He just he yeses off on things, and the people who are in charge of designing Black Mage like their jobs.
Oh yeah, no, I understand. My whole point was gonna he's the lead dev and he's playing a class. That class is going to get run through a microscope every single time.
He's not asking for this to be done, mind you. This is just the consequence of corporate pressure and being an underling.
Yep.
The people who make any tweaks to Black Mage are sweating bullets constantly.
I hope the people who, were responsible for the whole Paradox kerfluffle are okay, because that was funny.
Honestly, I'm mad it's gone.
You can still do it. I mean, it's no longer like
But you shouldn't.
You shouldn't. It is a loss overall, but like it's not the worst loss of all time. Basically, you shouldn't. But it also means that like there is a thing you can do when you're doing whatever it's called in P7. Where you do have to run back and forth for 30 seconds. You have an option now.
Oh, I got a level.
But what Paradox bullshit has call me when the Black Mage team fucks up so much that they do what they did with Summoner, and I'm not even talking about destroying the class and replacing it with a PowerPoint slide. But there are points in Summoner leveling where it's literally a DPS loss to use your class mechanic, and you should just spam Ruin.
I think between... No.
Where is...
There are weird points in Black Mage, but I don't think there's anything quite that bad.
And I'm not talking about it's the part where you level up from 56 to 58 or 60. No, I'm talking about from level 1 to level 60 or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is a problem.
It's a problem, and it's old MMO problems too. That was the way a lot of classes and a lot of games were way back in the day before the community and the development teams had scienced out everything that they were doing and were actually worrying about balance and in-game, synergies more instead of just everything was a rule of cool. You had a lot of situations like that, whereas this class actually plays best by pressing one button from level 1 to max level.
No, but that's not even the reason, though.
Lancer was like that for a while. No,
It's not
I think
even the
it's still
reason.
like that.
The problem with it is that, like, the Garuda and Titan abilities are just, you unlock them, sure. They're there. They're inferior to Ruin.
It's way over here on the southwestern corner of the map.
I don't know if they changed it, but that's how it launched with. And,
Oh, you're leveling up.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, I can get Black Star.
You can get Black Star.
What level are you guys in right now? Or what zone?
Talos Island, sorry.
Yeah, I just Ouroboros to Atlas. And hello, Rhoda.
Hi!
Sorry, I wasn't saying anything before, but the game was like way too loud, and I had to try to figure out
No,
how to turn
no,
it
you're
down while also
fine.
playing it.
Oh, you're
Yep.
good.
There was way too many things going on in that one fight.
Yeah. Yeah, there was.
Yeah, I do apologize for any deafness caused by 6 robots charging lasers constantly.
Well, it's just that there's all the abilities of the enemies. There's like the bubbles. I had the game turned up because it was like, yeah, whatever. I don't really notice it. But then yeah, when you've got like people talking and all the stuff going on, like I can't hear anything. I think the game's down to like 12% or something, maybe. What it came in? You said you had it on like 2%.
Yeah, I had it
Yeah,
on 1, and someone was like, "Oh, this is really quiet. I can't hear it when you're playing it." And I was like, "I turned it up to 2," and they're like, "That's very loud." And I was like, "Yeah."
Oh yeah, when you went for a break and I went to level up, whatever your music was, like super loud. I had to turn the stream way down.
Is that super loud? That's good to know. I'll turn it
Yeah,
down.
it was way. I was like, oh god, this is loud.
Yeah, that's a different slider, so that I can change. I'll turn that down.
I have water jet now. Jet.
And that's fine. Yeah.
I think Black Star is one of the very slow nukes. But that's definitely you jump in and you hit that button, and especially once you have it slotted out, I think everything lieutenant and lower will just die. I don't know what the AoE cap for Sentinels is though. Doesn't matter. It's a good ability.
I'm just gonna throw some accuracy in it for right now, and then I'll
Good
add
call.
some slots to it next level.
I was actually surprised. I was like spamming all my abilities, and I wasn't running out of endurance at all, and I had instant regeneration on the whole time. And I was like, what? I'm like, why am I not running out of endurance? This is weird. Did you have buffs that were like increasing our endurance regen?
I shouldn't.
Oh, okay.
I
not on this
have
character.
leadership.
Yeah, that's like
Defense.
damage or something, or defense.
Yeah.
That's why it was also really good, because you had the bubbles, so we had the defensive buffs, and then you had leadership, so it's like I was like.
I also have leadership. We had 2 stacks of leadership and my force field. My force field all by itself is like 20%. And go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna take a few things from leadership, like maneuvers and stuff, so I can increase my output, but also increase everybody else's output. Because, like, the honest answer is, yeah, I really like this class. The damage is low, so I need to bring an offering for other people, because even increasing mine's only gonna do so much.
You are like your button to smack them in the face with like minus 30% defense and resistance is already one of the highest group damage buffs in the game, so that's good. They did in the rework, they addressed that. Like Sentinels get poo-pooed on for being weak, but like buffs in this game are so strong that people literally have to don't realize that you existing on a hardened target is boosting everyone's damage by a very large amount just by you being there. So, that's pretty good. Now, obviously, like, a damage buffing corruptor will do it even more. But the nice thing about resistance debuffs is that they all stack. So you're always good.
I'm gonna need an Act plugin and someone to develop City of Heroes log so I can prove that to the community.
I think I actually think there are that. I do know that people do like pylon test for damage and have things to calculate all of it. And then the other metric they use the pylon test for raw math, which is where you go fight a Rikti pylon, which is, I think it's like even level archvillain stats or something like that. And then they have the trapdoor test, which is where you do a mission called trapdoor, and you just see how fast on max difficulty a class can do something, which is the less scientific one.
Yeah, but that does like kind of
It's
put
better
it in the real world application.
Yep. Often, and a lot of times, once they started doing that test, they started to realize, a lot of these ones that don't look very good on the target dummy are actually faster, like in the real world.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
Numbers
this is
are
gonna
great
suck.
until they're hit with other numbers at them.
Or like came and picked the best map. Yep. Circle is a circle of thorns. Oh, devoured. Oh, what the hell?
Oh, it's trees.
Oh my god! I can't believe you guys are fighting these. Holy shit! Okay.
Don't act like I know what I'm doing. I just picked a mission.
I know. I'm surprised that these are at this level. Is more what it is. All right, so you see my army? They have armies too. All of them do, and they also put things like mushrooms on the ground that give buffs and debuffs. Like this might be rough. Also, I think Devouring Earth have a lot of auto hit stuff and poison. So our defense does nothing.
So I have to start playing again. Got it.
Yeah, it's not easy mode, just like chatting away while we're murdering stuff.
Yeah, what do you do to test your character?
Oh,
Sorry,
God.
I said it earlier, but I was
Gross.
loud. 2 archvillains at once. Okay. I am. Okay.
There was when I was leveling and playing my tanker, who is like my most complete character right now, I had not really seen most of the like Praetorian story stuff, and so I was running through some of the like level 50 of that. I don't know which mission it was, but I was doing a mission and suddenly 3 arch-villain Avatar of Hamadons attacked me. And I considered that character good when he was able to take them all down by himself. It took half an hour, but I did it.
Yeah, but those moments are always like some of the best, right?
Yeah. Like that was definitely by the way, we expected you to be in here with 8 people. I saw those 3 things together and I was like, I'm screwed. There's no way I could do this.
Yeah, that's like killing a cuckoo in Monster Hunter with nothing but kicking it and stones.
Kinda. Like, depending on what we do when we get to like high level stuff, I might bring him back out more often. He's just, I really like the character. He gets stuff done. He's one of my originals. He's one of my favorites. I don't do a lot on him other than turn on all of his death auras and stand in something's face and they die. Or I stand in their something's face and then everybody else kills it.
I see the trees and I think, oh, trees, and I'm like, well, oh, trees.
You'll never look at trees the same. Maybe at this level we only have to deal with trees. That would be really nice. I don't want to fight a pack of like 3 Greater Devoureds. That might actually just kill us.
The
Also,
trees
I can't
will
see a
never
damn
look at
thing.
me the same.
Yeah, neither can I.
Because they'll be
Especially
dead.
because they don't really like show up versus this background.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, are standing in the ceiling.